Hey everyone, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. I feel like it's been so long I've even recorded a video. This has not been an easy pregnancy, let me tell you, but I actually have recorded this video in particular like 3 or 4 times and I just don't like it. So I'm trying again. As you saw in the title, I'm going to be talking about how I got pregnant. It was a surprise. Like, I didn't do anything to get pregnant. I was like already done. Like, I told myself I'm not gonna even bother anymore. So I was already thinking I wasn't gonna have kids. So I'm gonna hop right onto it, and I'm gonna start by saying, first off, remember, every body is different. Our body manages things differently. Not because a person had success with one thing means, you know, we're all gonna have success. So basically that's where my whole journey started, me trying to have success as other women had their own. And I went through hell. I did, until I realized I wasn't really doing it, you know, for me and to help me. I was doing it because I wanted something. So I just wanted to put that out there, that don't feel that because it doesn't work for you in a way that it worked for another person, it means the end of the world. We all have our own timing, and that's what I learned throughout, you know, this whole time. So I did not know I had PCOS until I believe it was January of 2020. I went to several doctors. I got several tests done, and all doctors kept saying that I was perfectly fine, you know, that I had nothing, that it was probably just normal because I did have an IUD in, and that because I had taken it out, all these things happening to me were normal. So the end of 2019, which was on December, I changed to a different clinic, and the doctor there did do a lot of tests on me. They did come clean, but she also managed to be able to do a physical on me, and that's where she discovered that I did have PCOS. So just so you know, not all women have the same symptoms. I know there's women out there that have PCOS and do not have infertility. It just varies on everybody, and that's what I mean when everybody is different. I literally had like everything you can imagine a woman with PCOS could have. I didn't have my periods at all, and if I did ever get them, they would come in every 3 to 4 months, and they would last 5 days, and they would be really light, but rarely had them. I wasn't ovulating. I do suffer from insulin resistance. That is very common also with PCOS. I had severe cystic acne. I gained a lot of weight in a very short period of time, and mostly all my weight was on the higher half of my body, which is very normal. And if you're gaining weight and you notice that you're only gaining it like on top of your body, very normal with PCOS. Had excessive facial hair and like hair in general. My legs, my arms, I got very hairy, and I was already hairy, okay? I got very hairy, but facial hair was like a thing. I had a lot of hair loss. I ate very healthy, and I did work out a lot throughout, you know, last year, which would be 2019, and I would notice that I would still be gaining weight. That was very stressful for me. And I didn't know it was because, you know, it's related to PCOS. I also noticed that my double chin was extremely big and noticeable. I wanted to relate it to my gain weight, but it was like really different from when you gain weight and you get a double chin. It's like if a bee had stung me and it got really swollen. That's how it looked at that moment. I still have a double chin, honestly. When you get pregnant, PCOS doesn't just leave and say, oh, I'll come back when you have the baby. That doesn't happen. Like, you still have PCOS symptoms, you still feel a lot of things, and that's the thing. PCOS symptoms and pregnancy symptoms, they look alike, they feel alike. You're always tired. So I was always confusing me being tired with me being pregnant, even though I knew I wasn't ovulating, but I was still thinking I was pregnant, which is stupid, I know. Basically, those were all my symptoms. So when the doctor did the physical, she told me, you know what, you don't have any cysts in your ovaries. All your blood work, you know, is clean, but all the other symptoms you have are all PCOS symptoms. I cannot give you anything, just birth control and metformin that will help your periods come back. But I was like in my head thinking, why would I go on birth control if I really want to get pregnant? Like, that didn't make sense to me. And then metformin, I did research and I was like, no thank you, because I only saw bad things about it. So I was like, no. It was just like a very big stressful situation for me, because I didn't want to get any medication because I knew that medication wasn't for me, but also I had to look for a natural way to, you know, feel better. So in January, I did a bunch of stuff, okay? I did tea cleanses, which were so exhausting. I don't even know why I went through all that, because I saw a lot of women having success with them, and there I go. After the tea cleanses, I did try the smoothie cleanse. And let me tell you, I lost weight, but I know it wasn't weight, it was like water weight. And I didn't eat for 12 days. I only ate like smoothies, so don't do that to yourself. Like, honestly, don't do that to yourself, okay? Don't. I went into a low carb, low fat, high protein diet, and I did lose a couple pounds, but then I just got stuck there in between and I didn't go anywhere. Like, I was just there stuck without losing weight. And I remember I was eating like 1,200 calories only a day. I don't even know how I managed to eat that portion of food throughout the day. I was researching a lot, and my husband and I saw that keto was very good for women with PCOS. So I was very scared about the fat situation, because keto, whoever does keto, my respects, it wasn't for me. It just made my symptoms 100% worse than they were before I even started keto. That instead of losing weight, I gained weight. Let me tell you, my facial hair was even growing faster than it was before I did keto. It was horrible and it was stressful. It's just like really stressful, you know, like keto is literally like no carbs at all, and it wasn't for me, obviously. My insulin resistance got very, very bad when I was doing keto. And one of the things that I noticed more when my insulin resistance is off is that I start getting like dark patches throughout my body, my neck, my armpits, like right here, behind my knees. In some places I started getting dark patches. When they're like very noticeable, I know my insulin is not where it's supposed to be. So at that time, like, I had so dark right here, like dark patches, and I was like, okay, this is not okay. I need to do something. I need to look for something else. I went back to the doctor and I told her if I could see a nutritionist that could help me out. So that's what I did. They sent me with a nutritionist at my local clinic. I needed water. Once I was with the nutritionist, he started recommending me a 2,000 calorie diet. And I was like, wait, what? Mind you, like, I was so into the 1,200 calorie intake that I was very shocked. And I was like, are you sure? He's like, yes, you need more food. What you're eating right now, because he did a full evaluation of what I was eating, and he's like, you need more food. So he said, what do you think about a gluten and dairy-free diet? I was like, wait, that means I'm not gonna be able to eat cheese anymore. But I remember he told me, don't worry about it, we'll find something perfect for you. And then gluten, I know for a fact that I am gluten intolerant, but I didn't give a goddamn about it. So he recommended that. He didn't give me like a specific diet. He just told me, you know, stick to eating foods that don't have dairy and don't have gluten. And in my research, I don't know why, I typed in PCOS weight loss. A page popped out like out of nothing, and I found this website where a PCOS specialist in nutrition had like this full-on website. Her name is Talene. Also, you can find her on Instagram. I've tagged her in a lot of posts, I believe, for those that follow me on TikTok. I went into her Instagram and I saw so many things, so many stories, so many women saying like, you changed my life, I lost this amount of weight, I didn't really even see people getting pregnant. Like, I just saw people losing weight. At that point, that's all I wanted. I wanted to lose weight, okay? Research everything that she had on her website, and it was just so interesting because she has a bunch of information regarding PCOS. But then I saw her course was like $325, and I was like, ooh. Mind you, I was not working because we're talking about May or April. I think it was like the last days of April. I was not working, so the only person working at home was my husband, and I didn't really want to spend $300, $350 on a course that I wasn't sure it was gonna work. My husband got home from work and I showed him and I told him, you know, what happened with the nutritionist, and for my surprise, he was like, okay, like, it's okay. We're gonna manage, we're gonna be able to get through this one, but if it's gonna help you, and if this time it does seem like legit, it's gonna help you, like, go ahead, get the course. And I was like, babe, it's $325. It's okay, it's okay. So I took advantage of my husband and I got the course that same day. The amount of information that is on that course is insane, okay? It gave me 1 month of full-on breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 1 month. 1 month of workouts, which I didn't do that much because I was working so much. And literally, it was meant for you to learn how to have a gluten and dairy-free lifestyle. I was like, damn. Okay, what the doctor didn't give me, like what my clinic nutritionist didn't give me, she's giving it to me right now. So I was like so happy. I had to go to the grocery store and get a bunch of stuff that I was gonna need, but most of the stuff I already had at home. And for my surprise, like, there wasn't a lot of extra vegetables in the menu, which let me tell you, I used to eat a bunch of broccoli with a piece of chicken and cauliflower rice because I wasn't eating carbs, remember that? Imagine my surprise when I see the menu and you see rice. I was like, oh my god. You see pasta. I was like so shook at that moment, but I programmed my brain and I said to myself, I'm doing this for me. Pregnancy is already out of the book. I do not want to focus on getting pregnant because I feel like I'm never getting pregnant. But I do want to focus on losing weight because I'm at my heaviest that I've ever been in my life, and I felt so stressed about that because I didn't manage to see myself looking good with anything. So I programmed myself saying that I'm doing this for me. I don't even know if this would help to get pregnant, but here we go. 1 week into the course, oh my gosh, I was feeling so amazing. I don't know how to describe the sensation I had, like, in my body. I wasn't tired. I had this energy that came out of nowhere and I couldn't explain it. My boss at work, he told me like, hey, what are you doing? Like, you have so much energy. He literally told me he was about to fire me because I was lazy as fuck at work, and that's because of PCOS. I was feeling great, and so I was just scrolling through Instagram and I saw Talene talking about a product named Ovasitol and how it helped with insulin resistance and PCOS cravings, and it helped with your period. Oh, I didn't tell you that that week that I got into the meal plan, I got my period and I was shocked. I was so shocked, and it was a heavy ass period, TMI. It was a good one. So it lasted like 6 days. I was very happy about that. So going back to Ovasitol, she was talking about this miracle little packet thing that you would take in the morning and at night, breakfast and dinner time. And so what I did was I asked my nutritionist, like, hey, you know what, I am following this nutritionist on Instagram, and I showed him the course. He said it was perfect, like it was a perfect meal plan, and I told him about Ovasitol. He said go for it. I ordered it, and I had already 2 weeks into gluten and dairy free when I received it, and that same day I received it, I took it with my dinner, just in water. It doesn't really taste like anything. It's just like this little powder that goes in the water or whatever you're drinking. Yes, it helps with cravings. Yes, I noticed my insulin resistance was getting better because of the patches, and you know how I felt. I didn't feel tired like at all. I had so much energy. I was working so much. So I mean, I don't know, I just felt amazing. I finished the 1 month course, and I kept on going. I kept on going with what I was doing. Like, I was doing amazing, so I kept on going. And 2 weeks after that, so I finished the course, like a week after that, I had like this really back pain, like really bad back pain, lower back pain, that I couldn't even walk. And I do suffer from something related to my lower back, so I didn't really put that much into like, okay, what's going on. Apparently that pain that couldn't let me walk was freaking implantation, because I was pregnant. I never got my period again because I got pregnant instead of getting my period, which is so shocking to me, like how life works, and how, you know, I tried so much to be able to get something, and I got it without even trying, because I focused on myself and me looking better. I did lose like 8 pounds throughout that month, which were amazing. I really noticed a big difference like in my body, because I started taking like full body pictures, and that's when you know when a bitch is losing weight. Okay, just FYI. I didn't expect, honestly, to get a pregnancy test positive. I think 2 days for me to get my period, I was expecting it. I started feeling like really bad cramps. I was like, oh damn, my period is coming. Wow, I think I'm gonna be like on time for the first time in like years. I was like, wow, that's amazing. I can't believe I'm gonna get my period. I was so excited because of my period. And the day before, I don't know what it was, but I think I was cleaning under the sink, and that's where I had all my ovulation and pregnancy strips. I noticed I only had four pregnancy test strips, and I was like, oh, I haven't even checked my ovulation. I'm just gonna do a pregnancy test for fun. I got naked because I was gonna hop in the shower. I took the test. I just left it there. Like, I was just like, obviously I'm not pregnant because I'm expecting my period. I went in the shower. I got out of the shower, and I didn't check the test. I still did skincare routine. I was brushing my teeth, and I was like, oh, I did a pregnancy test. Let me check. Obviously it's negative. And oh my gosh, when I see 2 freaking lines, I flipped. I almost lost my marbles. I started crying. I started crying, and I was like, oh my gosh. I didn't tell my husband. You guys know the story because I have a video of telling my husband I'm pregnant and finding out I'm pregnant. But I thought the test was wrong, so I didn't really like, I cried because I was like, maybe I did an ovulation test, and even though you're not ovulating, sometimes you get 2 lines, and I was like, fuck no, this is a pregnancy test. And I waited for the next day because I mean, I didn't think that was real. I didn't expect it. I wasn't expecting it at all. I did, and so I didn't tell my husband, and I couldn't sleep because I was like, what if I am pregnant? Like, oh my gosh. Then I was thinking like, oh, that's why the other day I made bacon, and when I was eating the bacon, I was about to puke. Like, I eat bacon all the time. Like, why? I was like tying everything together, and in the morning my husband left for work and I peed again. I did 3 in the morning and they were all positive in that. And that's what you guys saw on the video I have. I know I'm pregnant. That's where I realized miracles happen. God has his own timings, and I was just so happy. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was in total shock at that moment. And it was just amazing how much I went through to be able to have something. And I forgot about myself, my well-being. I went into a horrible depression 2 years before. All that time I was just depressed because even though I have a daughter and she's 9, I always wanted like a big family. So when I met my husband, I was like, he's the one. I know we're gonna have a family. We decided to start having a family a year after we met, so that's insane. And I was just very miserable all the time. Like, why can't we just have bigger family? Like, I really want a lot of kids. And once I saw, you know, the outcome of me focusing on me as a person, as a woman, as a mother, as a wife, as whatever you want to call it, I had my miracle. And I will never forget that. And I will never ever let myself go like oh my god, I'm pregnant. I will never let myself go like I left myself go before I changed my life. And that's something I always tell people when they ask me like, hey, what did you do? A lot of people thought I did IVF. No, I don't have the money for that. I'm sorry. They thought I had like fertility treatments and stuff, and no, that wasn't the case. Like, my poor husband and I went through a lot of stuff. Like, I took a lot of supplements before. All are in the trash now, probably don't exist anymore. I put my husband through hell. Another video, obviously. You know, all I can say is just like, focus on you. Don't focus on, it's hard, okay? It's very hard. Mostly when you have like family members that are like, when are you getting pregnant? When are you having a baby? Why have you not had a baby?